Hello, this is Malcolm. This is Inside the Pages. Your faithful mascot Apple Crisp is on break this week. Today I'm reading Mouse by Art Spiegelman. Reviewing it, rather. This is a book that's deeply personal to me because it was written by Art Spiegelman based on the experiences of his father, who lived through the Holocaust. And this whole story is a mouse telling this father telling the story to his son, and I grew up with my mother's side of the family is Eastern European. My mom is Polish, and my father is Jewish, so I have a deep personal connection to the Holocaust and the atrocities that were committed. I've read similar war. It took a while for me to read war literature like this because it was too hard for me. The first one I read in high school was The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. So this really hits home for me. This is an incredible book of tragedy and grief about a mouse named Vladislav being forced to flee his home and being captured and sent to a concentration camp in Hungary. First in Hungary and then being moved to Warsaw and forcibly ripped away from his home. And, it's an utterly heartbreaking book, and it gets across the emotion so vividly, even in scenes where there's no dialogue. The silence speaks for itself, and there's so much fire and tragedy and bloodshed, and it makes you wonder how us humans were capable of inflicting this kind of cruelty on each other in the first place. And it's, for anyone who wants to deny that the Holocaust happened, no, it did. It's real, and there have been so many casualties, and you can't pretend that there's a delusion there. You can't pretend like there's it's just some fantasy, because no, people lived through this. People can tell you this, and people experienced it. You can't deny what happened. You have to face it. We caused this. Us as a race, we caused this, and we need to make up for that fact. And it's just like, that's why the book I think is so relevant today, is because so many people still need to be reminded that this happened, and that you can't run away from that. Because only then can we actually truly take lessons away from the past and try to correct the mistakes that the Nazis made. And it's so heartbreaking and devastating, and it will leave you shaken by the end, because it's so grim. And honestly, the thing with the Jewish people being mice is a perfect allegory for them being fugitives constantly running and fleeing from home to home from predators, because that's exactly what it was like in the Eastern European countries at the time. And it's saddening, but we can't hide this fact anymore. This is unfortunately everything that happened, and it's terrifying. And I think it's a beautiful book because of that. So I'd recommend Mouse for anyone who wants to really get a feel for what it was like to live through this period of history, or even know what this period of history was like, because it puts you right in the moment, and it really doesn't hold back at any point, and it's devastating. And books like this, I appreciate books like this and The Book Thief for not shying away from very tough material. I forgot to put a disclaimer in the beginning, but I'll say it here, that if you can't really read sensitive content that involves a lot of death and bloodshed, then maybe this isn't the book for you, because it is that kind of heartbreaking novel, and it will shake you to your core. But if you don't mind that stuff, then go for it. Thank you for watching Inside the Pages, and I'll see you next time.